Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my majestic universe, I am Tiger Height, and this is the review of the War of the Worlds event with Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling as the show sponsors. They are in Toronto for this show, and that comes into a big play later on in this evening. Also, it took double the videos to get all of the footage for this show because each file kept getting fucking corrupted, so I had to go back to a certain spot and keep recording just so I can get all the spots down, so you're welcome. If you do enjoy this, leave it a like, subscribe, all that great shit. Carl Fredericks, Alex, Colin, and Clark Connors taking on the Bullet Club, which were represented in this match by Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, and Hikaluau, all of King Haku's sons, which I thought was really interesting. The Young Lions looked really good over the course of this match. This match was really good, by the way. So let's go over some spots before we get to the ending, and kind of my final thoughts as soon as the match ended. Colin and Tangaloa started with some interesting ground game. A double headbutt by the Gorillas of Destiny on Colin. Great double shoulder tackle by the Young Lions. Clothesline to stop the momentum of the Young Lions. A running power slam by Tangaloa, which I thought was a really good running power slam. Hikaluau hitting 3 massive chops, and these were loud, these were violent, and his 2 brothers were just having a riot about this. Big leg drop by Hikaluau, which was really cool because Hikaluau was a tall motherfucker. Fredericks getting in after a hot tag with some big offense. Flying Stinger Splash by Fredericks to Tama Tonga, and then Tama Tonga answered with a Flying Splash of his own. The Young Lions showing some great tandem offense. Dropkick by Fredericks to Hikaluau, which I thought was really good. Modified cutter by Tama Tonga, which looked really nasty. A spear on Tama Tonga, which again looked really nasty. But finally, Hikaluau hit a swinging side slam and then a choke bomb for the win. Bullet Club picking up the win in a fantastic opener. The Young Lions looked great. Bullet Club sold really well, and this was a fun match to kick off this show. Our next match was Silas Young taking on Eugene Nagata. Eugene Nagata's shirt is always the most fantastic thing in the world with his eye rolling in the back of the head shit. It's hilarious. So this match alone was a great slugfest from bell to bell. These two have a very similar style. So Silas Young hanging up Nagata on the ropes and then a double foot stomp. A boot by Nagata to stop Silas Young's momentum. A running boot and exploder for only a 2. Forearms back and forth, which were just brutal. They were really wanting them. Anarchist cannon suplex for only a 2 by Silas Young. Knee right to the face to Eugene Nagata, and then misery. But the referee was actually hit when he was twisting around for misery. So there was no referee at this point. Eugene Nagata wanted Silas Young to hit him with the chair that Silas Young brought into the ring, but Silas Young pulled off an Eddie Guerrero, so hitting the canvas, throwing it to Nagata, and then dropping down. And Eugene Nagata, the poor soul, has no fucking idea what's going on, looking around in the crowd. So he came up with a great solution to this, when he realized it. He wrapped the chair around his own head, and then he fell. The referee saw the chair around the head of Eugene Nagata, and that's how he won by disqualification. What a fantastic counter to that. Amazing. So Silas Young attacks Nagata after the match, but Nagata got him into the armbar with the eye roll. Big pop for that. Everybody left that very happy. Great match. I loved that match. For reasons not of it being technically great, but just the comedy in it was awesome. The Kingdom, represented by Vinny Marseglia and TK O'Ryan, taking on Los Ingobernables de Japón, which is represented by Evil and Sonata. This, again, great match. Orion and Evil start the match. They were evenly matched, at least as of right now. Then both of them make a tag to Evil and Vinny Marseglia, and they kind of do the same thing. They're both evenly matched, blah, blah, blah. Evil getting the advantage with a huge shoulder block. The Kingdom take a cheap shot on Evil to stop his momentum and get the advantage on LAJ. Spinebuster and headbutt combo, which was really good. Sonata gets the tag in and goes absolute ham on the Kingdom. A fantastic moonsault by Sonata, but only a 2. Tried to get the Paradise Lock in on TK O'Ryan, but Marseglia attacking Sonata before he could get it locked in entirely. Double flapjack, then a leg drop splash on Sonata, which looked fantastic. My God. This is why the Kingdom are a tag team. They're so good together. Dropkick by Sonata, which looked beautiful. TKO by Sonata. He tries to flip like an Azai moonsault into Skull End, then a Magic Killer for the win. So, Los Ingobernables de Japón won. It was a fun match. It was great for what it was, but if I could see this on any other show, not really. This was a house show. It is what it is. It was good, though. I'm not taking anything away from these guys. They had a fun match. Just not anything that I would expect to be on Dave Meltzer's 5-star or anything like that. Red Titus's new gimmick bothers me. I have no other words to describe this gimmick other than weirdly sexual. The next match, Roush versus PJ Black. Holy crap, this was a great match. Both of them start off with generic holds and shit, which was every single match. I get that that's wrestling 101, whatever, but we gotta have some fucking variety, guys. PJ Black gets back into the match by driving Roush into the barricade. Top rope elbow by Black. Top rope right hand by Black. Flying crossbody by Black for only a 2. And all 3 of those moves were in absolute sync. Let's try that again. In sync. There we go. I don't know why I was trying to be really analytical with that. But it works. I guess. Well, not the other thing, but at least in sync. All of that was at the same time. Except I cut out all the shit that you didn't need to see about it. So you're welcome. Snap German and pump knee by Roush. There was a sweet Los Ingobernables pose because Roush was an OG member of Los Ingobernables. Flying splash into the corner, then a super kick, which looked great. Exploder in the corner. There was a nasty, nasty gore kick by Roush for the win. It was a shorter match than I expected, but it was really good. The crowd was white hot at this point in this match specifically. It was a good match. It was just shorter than I wanted it to be. Dalton Castle segment, because reasons. Talking about the boys. And he's saying that he is in a renaissance of Dalton Castle. Hooray, moving on. Nobody cares. Lifeblood versus the Briscoes. Hoskins and Mark Briscoe start. Great tandem offense by New Blood at this point. But the Briscoes get back into it. They go ham. Mark Briscoe with a cool whisper in the wind onto Lifeblood on the outside of the ring. Briscoe slowed down the pace, which is kind of their style, and it looks really good for the heel Briscoes. Scoop slam and elbow combo by Hoskins. Looked really cool. Tracy Williams getting absolutely clobbered. Heel kick by Hoskins to Jay. Hot tag and Williams goes ham on the Briscoe brothers. Slap to the face and then a nasty Saito. Guillotine leg drop on Jay Briscoe, which looked bowling shoe ugly. Hoskins did a kick, which was odd. So I kind of want to describe this. He does the kick. And he was supposed to miss it, but Mark Briscoe didn't move whatsoever. He didn't change his pacing. He didn't stop himself. Nothing happened other than he just missed it. It just looked odd to me. And eventually a Doomsday Device onto Tracy Williams for the win. It was an okay match. It wasn't anything big. Bully Ray comes out, says yowie wowie, just mocking the Firefly Funhouse. It was hilarious. It was funny, but also, wow, whatever. Bully Ray attacked Tenille Dashwood, taking her out of Ring of Honor, which sucks. Fuck you, then. There was a standoff between Lifeblood and Bully Ray, but Bully Ray bails like a pussy. Kelly Klein comes out and cuts a promo about being a fighting champion. But as she was talking, out comes the Allure, which is Mandy Leon, Angelina Love, and Velvet Sky. Angelina Love talks about her being a 6-time Women's World Champion. She's talking about her Knockout Championship reigns. Okay. Love sounds just fucking garbage. She sounds stale. Like there's no personality coming out of her whatsoever. It's like she's reading from a script. Come on. When you get to WWE, you do that. You don't do that here in Ring of Honor. Saying, oh, we're going to leave. You're not going to have a match, blah, blah, blah. But Kelly Klein drags her in. The Allure distract Klein enough to get themselves out of there. So no match happened whatsoever. Okay, a match I've been really excited for. Jay Lethal versus Satoshi Kojima. Now this is going to be good. Huge kicks right to the leg of Kojima, who has been selling a leg injury for a minute. Hip toss dropkick by Lethal. Going after the leg relentlessly as well. Like it was a very methodical attack directly to the leg of Kojima. Kojima with a back elbow to stop the momentum of Jay Lethal. Elbow but stopped into the figure 4 leg lock, which Lethal Injection countered into a clothesline by Kojima right to the back of the head. Brainbuster after the clothesline for only a 2. Kicks the lariat, then hits an enziguri by Lethal. And finally, Lethal Injection for the win. It was a really, really good match. So the next match is one of our 2 title matches for this evening. Jeff Cobb versus Brody King versus Shane Taylor versus Hiroki Goto. 4-corner survival match. Taylor and Cobb waste no time going after each other. King and Goto just kind of sit back and watch that happen. But they start fighting in the ring after a short while. Like, it was probably not even 2 minutes into the match. Cobb and Goto have a forearm exchange. Double clotheslines by Cobb and Goto. King hitting a Hurricane Rana on Shane Taylor, which I thought was crazy. Over the top Hilo, taking out everyone by Brody King. King crushes everybody in the corner with a big splash. Standing moonsault by Jeff Cobb. Really great. I love that standing moonsault. It always looks great. Spinning heel kick and Saito suplex by Goto. Swinging Saito by Jeff Cobb to Hiroki Goto. Jeez, I don't know what the fuck happened there. Cannonball to the back of Jeff Cobb by Brody King. Cleveland Destroyer by Shane Taylor for only a 2. Yuji Giroshi on Cobb. That basically took him out of the match. Snap German by Cobb, and then a tour of the islands. Looked awesome. But after a while, Shane Taylor did hit out the sit-out pile driver to win the World Television Championship. This was a great match. Jeff Cobb was going to give Shane Taylor the championship, but Taylor yanks it out of his hands, whatever. Moving on to our main event. PCO versus Matt Taven for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Before we really get into the nitty-gritty of this match, PCO's entrance is fucking fantastic. PCO wants to get hit in the back, which I thought was funny. But Taven was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hit him in the face. He turns him around and gets bitch slapped for his trouble. PCO wants Taven to jump on him with a suicide dive or whatever. But Taven says, no way, I'm not going to do that. Whatever, fuck you. Literally does a fuck you. PCO did a cannonball through the ropes, which I thought was crazy. A sit-out going for the moonsault, but the Kingdom distracts him enough for Matt Taven to get back into it and trip up PCO to just totally eat shit. It looked brutal and nasty. Countered the climax into a huge clothesline. PCO went face first into Vinny Marsalia's axe. Holy fuck. I cringed at that dramatically because I'm like, I've never seen somebody take a bump onto an axe before. until then. Matt Taven then started to dig his finger into the eye of PCO. I'm like, ow, motherfucker, that hurts. A big DDT for only a 2. And then he hit 3 more DDTs after that first one. PCO just sat up. No reason, just sat up. Pop-up powerbomb by PCO to get back into the match. And then he hits a tombstone for only a 2. A senton on the apron by PCO. Climax onto the chair, which was just ridiculous. A nasty somerset flip on the floor on PCO. I hate it. I hate it when he does that. Package pile driver. Then only a senton for a 2 on Taven. Moonsault hit by PCO, but did not go for the pin, which was super weird. He finally did, but that gave Taven enough time to put his foot on the bottom rope, whatever. Marcelia got distro to distract PCO, and it worked. PCO tried to hit this power bomb, but oh my god, this table, it flipped over, then it flipped back. PCO hit the power bomb, so Marcelia, the back of the skull, caught it. It was just not good. Finally, there was a railroad spike right to the face of PCO, and Taven got a 3 out of it, which confused everybody. I sat there, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Except for Matt Taven retaining the Ring of Honor World Championship. And that was it. That was the closing of the show. My overall thoughts about this were, it was a good show. I've seen better Ring of Honor shows. I've seen better New Japan shows. But this was a serviceable show. If I didn't have so many fucking problems with the recording of the show, then I probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But I thank you guys for listening to my rant. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like. And let me know what you think in the description below. If you watch the show, let me know what you thought of the show itself. I'm happy to hear from you. Become a patron down below where you'll get exclusive content, live streams, all that great shit from myself and my co-host Peanut Gallery. And follow us on all of our social media to know when we put up a show. But as always, be majestic.